Hey YouTube, Royce Bradley here with the Royce Report, and I want to go over some less lethal self-defense options for for any civilian that is going to be very useful for anyone who wants to defend themselves. This is just a note. Always check with your local laws before carrying any one of these self-defense weapons, because there is one in particular that I'm about to show that I'm going to show you in this video that some states restrict the use of it to law enforcement and security personnel only, and you have to have a certain permit and certain training with that weapon. So anyway, always check with your local laws. That's just a warning there for y'all. So anyway, there are different options, and one of the options I'm going to show y'all is a collapsible baton. Now, this is one that I carry on me on a daily basis. Now, this is a good weapon to carry, but however, just a word of advice to y'all: this weapon is not 100% effective on every person. So people that are under the influence of drugs and alcohol, if you hit them with this, they may not feel this, because this weapon is a pain compliance weapon. So if you strike in the right areas and used properly, it is a pain compliance weapon. But if used improperly, it can be a deadly weapon. So keep that in mind before you carry this weapon. And this is a very advanced weapon. So for elderly people, this is not recommended. For elderly people or people that are disabled, this is not the weapon that's recommended for those people, because it's a very advanced weapon, and it does require some training from before you use it. And by training, I mean there's a lot more to this weapon than just hitting somebody with it. Hitting somebody with it is just the edge. It's just the edge of it. There's a lot more technique to this weapon than just hitting somebody with it. So I want to let y'all know this. But with that being said, with it being not 100% effective on everybody, I would recommend this weapon to not be carried alone. You should carry it with something else. You should carry it with some other force level option, such as a firearm, or OC spray, which I'm gonna get. Which I'm gonna get to the OC spray. That's the next thing I'm gonna show y'all. But right now, this weapon should only be carried with another option, which, if you carry a handgun with this weapon, I would suggest use this first. And if the person that you uses on it does not seem to be effective on, at least you have another option. Should the force level rise to the need for lethal force. So anyway. And if you carry this, but if you carry this with pepper spray, you should use the pepper spray first. And it will take a few seconds for it to work. But when you use pepper spray, you should always step to the side, so they can't come after you. Because when you spray them, they're gonna jump to the last place they saw you. So but in the event that it doesn't show to be 100% effective, then you can use this. If pepper spray doesn't show that it's not working right away, then you have this weapon to strike them with, and striking them with this will give you the advantage and the distance between the assailant, so that we can get away quickly, that we can get away more easily. So anyway, and also when it comes to law enforcement using this weapon, this is the same force level. This is the same force level as a taser. So this weapon, if you can't afford a taser, which like the civilian tasers are taser pulse, and that's the one that shoots the probes. So but those are like $400. So if you cannot afford $400 for a taser pulse, then this is the same force level as a taser. So I would suggest this because this is cheaper, but only if this weapon is legal in your state, I would recommend it. But in my state, we can carry this weapon, and we don't have to have a special permit. We don't need training for it. We don't need anything for it. So unless you're law enforcement, then you do need training for it in my state. But if you're a civilian, not needed. So anyway, that's this weapon that's this weapon, the good expandable baton. And I want to show y'all another weapon that I carry on me. Now this is First Defense 1.3% MK6 OC spray. Now this is a good OC spray to use if you are a civilian. You can get this pepper spray. I bought this one off of LAPolicegear.com. I want to say it was about $12, $16, something like that. With shipping, it comes out to be about $30 or so with shipping and tax. But this is literally a pepper spray that the police in my area use. This is the brand that they use and the same type they use. And my brother-in-law also is a law enforcement officer, and his department uses this same brand too, and this same type, but not the same canister. They carry the Mark III canister, which is like a 1.5 ounce canister, and this one is I don't know the grams of this canister, but it's small and it has a little belt clip on it to where you either clip in your pocket or on your belt loop. Or on your belt outside your pants. So this is a good OC spray. Now most law enforcement officers, when they're issued this brand of OC spray, they're issued the 0.2%, which they say is plenty strong enough. But me personally, I want to carry the maximum intensity, which is 1.3%, because I want whoever attacks me to remember the pain I put them through. I want them to remember that. So I would suggest if anybody carries this, to probably carry the 0.7% or 1.3%. That's what I would recommend if you buy this brand. That's the strength I would recommend. So anyway, guys, I just thought I'd show y'all two less lethal self-defense options that I carry on me, which is these two items. This is what I carry on me. So if you have any questions, you can leave them down in the comments. You'll leave them down in the comments section, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. And this is Royce Bradley with the Royce Report. I'll have some more videos uploaded for y'all sometime in the future. But for now, stay safe, America.